James Cook, Buffalo Bills, just got paid. That's a running back getting paid. That is clearly big deal for Buffalo. This is a young man that's been very good for them. Now, let's do some NFL math. People, welcome into BMitch and Finlay. His name's Brian Mitchell. He's an NFL legend. I'm a Big Ear blogger. We're streaming if you want to stream along with us. If you want to see what we look like today. Actually, B, do you recognize this shirt?
No.
About the back.
TPC.
Yeah, man, with a voodoo doll.
Oh,
I thought you'd like
shucks.
it. One thing that's really important for
Careful wearing that, Jay.
us all to remember is James Cook, running back for the Bills, who has shown some real promise, right?
Yep.
Young guy. His older brother's Dalvin Cook, if you're familiar with his work, famously with the Vikings, but he's bounced around a little bit.
Banged up a little bit.
Yep. I think James Cook is a Georgia Bulldog. James Cook.
He's a Bulldog?
The Mississippi State Bulldog. Hope Fred heard that one. We have to play my BMitch impression from yesterday, by the way. In the last 2 seasons, James Cook has gone for probably close to 3,000 yards from scrimmage. And last season, he had 16 touchdowns on the ground, 18 total touchdowns, 2-time Pro Bowler. So James Cook was holding out. Then James Cook decided to hold in.
Uh-huh.
Then James Cook decided, I'm going to practice because I feel like this thing's getting close.
Mm-hmm.
And then this morning, I believe it was this morning, maybe it was last night, forgive me, James Cook signed a 4-year, $48 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of that $48 million, $30 million is guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So the reality is this is probably a 2-year contract extension at 15 a pop is my guess.
Hey.
I haven't seen the numbers to know for sure.
You think he's complaining about 15 per?
Definitely not. I also know that James Cook is still under contract this year for the last year of his rookie deal.
Mm-hmm.
So this is an extension, right? This goes above and beyond. But I think if you are a Commanders fan, and I don't want to extrapolate too much, right? Like these are different situations, different teams, different positions, different age groups for sure. But if you want to extrapolate and you want some optimism regarding the Terry McLaurin situation, what have we seen with Terry? We saw him hold out. Then we saw him hold in. Then yesterday, we saw him at practice. Now, he did not practice. I can't imagine his first day in a ramp-up period would have been a full pad scrimmage anyway, but he was out there.
Yeah.
We saw him talk with Adam Peters. Depending on if you believe the lip-reading AI services, it seemed like maybe there was some real conversation about let's get this done. Who knows? Maybe they were talking about...
Who was reading lips that closely?
Dog, these AI programs, man.
they full of crap.
I don't know.
Listen, man, let's just go here.
Ignore the lip reading.
I don't
but
worry
the
about the lip reading.
process is...
But, I mean,
there's some similarities.
This is basically what happens all the time. People go through a situation where they seem like they're upset. One guy says, I'm going to hold out. The other people act like they're going to hold. They're going to stand pat. They begin to talk. They get a deal done. I mean, it's going through the thing like it does all the time. And like you're right, James Cook's deal has nothing to do with this deal. I think this deal had to go through the process. You know? And listen, if a deal isn't going to happen, they'd have made a move by now, I think. Because there are people that will trade for him. And
you talking about Terry or
yes,
Cook?
I'm talking about Terry. I'm all for Buffalo Bills. They can everybody else can keep over there. The deal with Terry is going to take care of itself as soon as it's time to take care of it, and I think it's coming soon. That's just my belief.
I do too, B. I think, and I'm not just basing it on Terry being at practice yesterday. I think that's an important part of this. I've thought all along it's going to be a time thing, and I think Washington's offense getting bogged down in spots doesn't necessarily hurt Terry's options. But, dude, both of these teams need each other. Like, that's not to suggest there aren't other ways to go. Of course, this is the United States of America. There's always another way. This is the planet Earth. Things can always happen and change. But, like, Washington needs Terry. Jaden needs Terry. The offense needs Terry.
Yeah.
And Terry's under contract for this year. So, like, if he wants to increase what he knows his guarantees will be, the best way to do it is to sign now. That doesn't mean we were in New England. How many people talked to you about Terry up there?
Everybody I saw.
Everybody. They're obsessed with getting McLaurin.
Yep.
And I keep telling them it's not going to happen. But I just think we're getting closer and closer.
Terry on this team helps this team get to where they want to go. Terry on somebody else's team, and no matter what you get for it, don't help this team get to where they want to go at that point, because this offense being dominant helps you move forward. And for the most part, there's nobody finna trade you a receiver that's better than Terry right now.
No, it's mid-August, dude. Like, if things were going to happen, generally the dudes you're going to get in mid-August, unless there's some massive trade coming, which I wouldn't expect, I think you get Terry, I think you get a deal done relatively soon. And it's kind of what we said when they got to camp in mid-July or late July, whatever it was, the 24th-ish. Like, yeah, they've got time. Zach Ertz, I think he was on SportsCenter. I don't remember where Zach Ertz said it, but he said, he's like, yeah, it's 7 weeks until week 1. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is a primary concern. But the news this morning, James Cook getting paid by the Bills. You can believe the number his agent wants you to believe, which is 4 years, $48 million, or you can believe that it's $30 million guaranteed. If you look around the league, the highest paid running backs, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, are both making about $20 million a year. Saquon's making over 20. CMC's making 19. Then you've got Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor at that 14, 15 mark. I think James Cook can get there because he's been really, really good, and the Bills know they want to keep him. And the market just keeps going up.
Yep.
So my guess is, what is 4 and 48 is 12, right? Isn't 4 times 12, 48?
Yeah.
But if it's 30 guaranteed, maybe it's 12 a year and they guaranteed a little into a third year. Maybe they gave him, what would that be? A $6 million roster bonus is guaranteed on the third day of the league year.
You like dissecting that. I don't care. It ain't my money.
Sure.
Whatever those numbers are, they are. I don't give a damn about it. All I know is he signed a deal that was bigger than the one he had.
Correct. And I don't know. I think I almost want to open the phones off the top here. I know we tried to do this yesterday, but we just had so much going on out at practice. Like, James Cook just got into camp. There are more and more people kind of getting done. And I just wonder if people are feeling better. I think even Jeff's crazy ass, the roller coaster that is Jeff Walker, is feeling better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the Terry situation, I literally had a dream about it last night, that I was like in this weird office building.
Getting a little deep in that thing, man. Damn.
I was in this office building talking with Terry, and he told me where they're at and where they needed to be, and that he thought it was close. Now, those numbers were cockamamie. They were not real, but it was interesting. It was very bizarre to have a dream about it. I can tell you that. Perhaps I need.
That is bizarre.
Perhaps I need a hobby.
Bizarro world.
How are you? How you feeling? You've been fighting this little head cold.
I'm good. I am very good.
Get some sleep. You take those NyQuil, you sleep, dog.
I slept great. I got great REM sleep, deep sleep, all that.
Did you, your Aura Ring?
Aura Ring hooked me up. But it did, like yesterday, it says something is really stressing your body. Today, it was very, very mild. So I'm trying to figure out now how the hell this ring can taste so much.
I mean, how does it work? It's right on your bloodstream or whatever?
It got sensors and stuff in it, so I don't know. It's interesting, dog.
Jeff, if people are calling in about the James Cook thing, go ahead and take those calls. I'm trying to log into this computer from 1986. I think this is the computer Steve Jobs built in his parents' garage. I think the James Cook thing in a vacuum has absolutely nothing to do with Terry. But if you want to just be kind of intelligent about the way the league works, you know what teams are realizing is we got a game in 3 weeks.
What they realizing is the people we have, we better damn sure get them signed and move forward with them.
I am curious kind of what the latest is in Cincinnati with Trey Hendrickson. It'll be very cool to see the Bengals Monday night because that's a team that offensively, they're fantastic. And that's never been their issue. It's defensively. Did you see how the Bengals did in their first preseason game, B?
Yeah, they came out and Joe Burrow was balling.
Certainly. Joe Burrow balling has not been the problem in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow went 9 of 10 for $123 with 2 touchdowns. Jamar Chase had 4 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown. None of that is a surprise. What should concern the people in Cincinnati? Are you familiar with Tanner McKee's work?
No, don't know who he is.
He's the backup to Jalen Hurts. I believe he's a Stanford product. Tanner McKee in this game. Now, granted, they're not game planning. The Eagles have a lot of talent, all that. I understand. Tanner McKee went 20 of 25 for 250 and 2 touchdowns. Bro.
Mm-hmm. The defense has been a problem.
Yeah. Your defense has been a problem. I think you got to get Hendrickson back on the field to try to slow down dudes like Tanner McKee, let alone.
Realize that team been cheap for years, dog. Their mantra has always been they have an offense that's okay, and their defense hasn't been. They may not change. Knowing them, I mean, they may waste a damn good Joe Burrow, Chase, and the Higgins. They may waste it by not. Look, they might have to average 45 a game to go and do what they got to do, what they want to do.
Hell, what did they average last year?
They averaged a lot. And they won how many games?
I think they went 8 and 9.
No,
they went 9 and 8 last year.
9
still
and 8,
missed the playoffs.
And how many points they scored per game? They scored 30-something against us and lost, right?
They were 28. They averaged 28 a game, 6th in the NFL.
They might need to score 35, 36.
They really might. The defense was ranked 25th. They gave up 26 a game. And, dude, playing in that AFC North where I don't know what the Steelers are going to be. I don't know what the Browns are going to be, but you know what the Ravens are going to be. Like, do you see any chance the Ravens don't win double-digit games?
No, Ravens going to be tough.
Unless Lamar gets hurt. I mean, that's always a caveat, but that caveat exists for most NFL teams. Trying to open these. I might need you to just pot up callers if we got a bunch because I got VX going. Let's hit these phones to start. Let's go to Austin is in Fairfax. Austin, James Cook has signed, and Terry McLaurin watched his first practice of the year yesterday. How you feeling?
I think everybody's getting signed except Terry McLaurin is starting to get really frustrating. I mean, is it really worth, $4 or $5 million that Terry's asking for to jeopardize a Super Bowl run with Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin? And I also don't think that it makes sense whatsoever to jeopardize losing Terry McLaurin when we just signed Deebo Samuel. Like, what is Deebo Samuel going to do without Terry McLaurin?
I think that's right, but I think there's positive momentum. I don't know that they're $4 or $5 million away. I think it's more about guarantees over the long term. But you're not incorrect, dude. So you don't feel better considering where things are right now.
Not at the moment, no. I mean, honestly, it's just getting frustrating at this point. I mean, I've been looking forward to this season more than any other season in my entire life, and with this whole entire Terry situation, it's making me real nervous. I'm even worried about playing the Giants week 1, especially with that defensive line.
I mean, that Giants D-line looks good. Abdul Carter looks really good. Austin, are you a nervous guy by nature?
Yeah.
Austin, I was about to say, Austin don't care about Dalvin Cook. He don't care about Terry being in practice. He already upset. He don't care. He didn't have to. All that stuff that came happen yesterday didn't change him one bit.
Thank you for calling, Austin. Appreciate you listening, buddy.
He said, not at all. I can hear it in his voice.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks.
See you, man. Austin needs some.
They could have said that, they're talking now. He wouldn't have cared.
What do you call it? Ashwagandha? Stuff that calms your brain down a little bit?
Ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha is a real thing. It's not weed, Landfill. It's a herb. I believe it's an herb, not marijuana.
Somebody probably.
I thought ganja was what you were trying to come up with.
That's another. That's more potent. That has psychedelic impacts. Let's go to Elijah in D.C. Eli, you feeling better, dog?
I'm feeling better. For me, it's not over to the fat lady sings, man. This happens every year. You have to understand that coaches, in between these practices, they're sitting down, they're having conversations about the production and the gap. For me, I think not having Terry McLaurin sign is going to create a production gap, right? Not saying that we can't fill that gap. I do feel that 5 can fill that production gap for you, but does he have to? Should he? The preparation work that's going to go into this thing, if you don't have legitimate wide receiver play, it's just going to ask a lot of the coaches. It's going to ask a lot of other guys. It's going to ask of other guys to step up. You're going to potentially see other points that maybe you just didn't want to see. You talk about certain things getting swept under the rug. I'm not a believer. I don't want stuff swept under the rug. I want everything how it needs to be. But I think certain points will start to show themselves because when the lights get big, 5 is going to show up, and he's going to put the team, he's going to strap the team on his back and do what needs to be done. But you as an organization have to protect your investment to see and say, hey, man, we know he has the gas. He can put his foot on the gas, and he can just absolutely take over a game. But let's help him out. It's going to change. It's going to require a lot of these other skill position guys to be ready to roll. If you don't know what your position is, if you got a 3-5, if you got a set, and you need somebody to move to the other side, and now he don't know what his new responsibility is, now you are hurting our investment as a long term because now he has to start making up for things, and the risk factor raises up.
Yeah.
Because he has to say, man, I need to put my cape on. I'm getting to the playoffs.
See, the
In
thing
his
about
mind, he's getting there.
that's what
He's
they need
going.
to avoid. 5 putting on his cape.
He's going. He's going to get there. He don't care if he by himself. His mindset, he's going. Also, Steve Young talked about him being the prototypical guy. I know you got to cut me loose. If you could just talk about that. I don't know if y'all got to check it out.
That's at 11:30, dog.
Instagram.
Yeah,
Listen,
we saw it.
it's on the show
but-
sheet. Don't
Man,
worry.
it was killing. Steve Young talked about how great of a guy and of a prototype he is.
That's understandable, but you don't want
you
him to
know-
have to be on and putting on a cape.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you
Yeah.
for the call,
You gotta
Eli.
know it's like having a Bugatti. You better put that thing in the wintertime. You put your stuff where it need to be. You know how it is. You got that Ferrari. Hey Joe, I need my tires. I ain't getting no snow, no dust, and no crap on my tires. I'm putting my stuff away how it needs to be to protect it. That's what they need to do, man. Put
All right.
your stuff
Later,
how it
man.
needs to be.
Thank you, Eli. Eli got a lot to say. Not incorrect. I think you're right.
Yeah,
I
but
like the comment
the
about.
main thing he said, 5 will throw on his cape. You don't want 5 to throw on his cape. You don't want him to have to do much.
Not
if
for
you
17 games.
If you can help him, you want to help him to where he only throws on that cape in necessary situations. You don't want the whole damn game to be a necessary situation.
Totally agree with that. I think Terry McLaurin helps a lot in that capacity. Phone lines started jumping early. I'm not the only one excited about James Cook getting a.
Ain't nobody care
new
about James
contract.
Cook, Jim. They care about Terry.
It's the time of year is what
They
I
are
noticed.
not concerned about James Cook. Terry was outside yesterday, dog. And whatever makes him think more about him possibly getting closer, that's all that matters.
Catch me outside.